Hello creatives, welcome to Impact Creative Academy, and my name is Samuel Fine and I am your coach. So today we are going to be studying Introduction to PixelLab. Yes, so it's going to be a quick video, but it's going to be brief but very explanatory. Now, if you're a graphic designer or you're an upcoming graphic designer, you must have had. So if you're a upcoming graphic designer, if you have had a little experience in graphic design with your smartphone, then you must have heard of PixelLab. Now, PixelLab is an offline app that helps you to achieve stunning designs with just your smartphone. Now, PixelLab is more of like a rare app, and I see it like a gold because most people. Why do I say so? Because most people cannot be able to afford laptops or system, especially when they have desire to go into graphic design. Sometimes there is no fund for you to get a system at that moment. But if you have your smartphone, you can be able to achieve designs and make much money with just an app. Yes, and you're not just making money with it, you're also adding value to yourself. So that's what PixelLab is all about. You don't require data. What you just require is knowledge, it requires passion, and it requires understanding of how the app works. So it's a very, very beautiful app, which most graphic designers that use their smartphone they use to achieve stunning designs. So today we are going to be looking into the app, the introduction. We're going to be looking at the nitty-gritties, the little things in the app, and so on and so forth. Without that much further ado, let's go into the app. So this is the PixelLab app. This is the PixelLab app. When you download the PixelLab app from the Play Store, this is how it looks like. Exactly how it looks like. So let's open the app. So immediately open your PixelLab, it shows you this. Now, mine is like this because it's more like a clone version of PixelLab. Or should I use this a customized version? Not just customized. But if you download your PixelLab from Play Store, it won't look like this. It will be blue, the background will be blue, and there will be a bit this place will be green somehow. Yes, green somehow. So to be green somehow, so that's just it. But nevertheless, they are all the same. Both this one, both the normal one, or any other clone version of PixelLab, they are all the same PixelLab. Now, immediately open your PixelLab app, you observe two places. This is I call it the top panel. Then we have the bottom panel. Now, every tool in PixelLab has its own functional role. No tool here is for waste. Every tool comes in any design you want to do. Most times, there are tools that are mostly used that if you are designing, you cannot just do without. You understand? And I'll be placing more emphasis. When I get to those tools, I'll be placing more emphasis on them. But I just want to let you know that every tool here has a role. Yes. Now, let's start with the top panel. Let's start with the top panel because it's the top panel. Now, at the top panel, you first of all see a black. First of all, see a black button. Sorry, see plus button. Yes, this is the plus button here. That one there. Now, when you click on the plus button, you see a list of instructions, a list of things. There you see text, current date, sticker, shapes from gallery and draw. Now, all these things they are tools on its own. There are tools on its own. And surprisingly enough, all these tools are here. All these tools are in the bottom panel. That means all these tools are in this panel. But they just kept it here. So, but the tools I'm going to be making use of here is just this one from gallery, this one, and because so that's just it. So from gallery, this from gallery icon. From gallery icon is used to import pictures into your design from your gallery. That's why it's from gallery. It's used to bring in pictures from your gallery. Now, in case probably you are editing an image and you want to bring the image to your gallery, click on from gallery. If you want to bring the image into the app, you can import any image from this place. See, using the image, then you can adjust it the way you want. So that icon is just simply for importing images into the design, which you will most times make use of, especially when you want to design. Because with PixelLab, in graphic designing, you make use of images a lot. Images and fonts, color, two important items, or should I say items that are used in graphic design. that's just it for gallery. Then create the other one, draw here is your phone is for drawing. I don't need to make it fast so that you can practice it with your phone. And let's go into that one, the second button. Now this button, this one here is for saving your designs. Immediately you have finished designing and you want to save your design, this is the icon you click on. Let me click on it now. So when you click on it, you see save as project and save as image. Now the save as project, that is this one, is used to save it if it's an unfinished work. Because most times you'll be doing designs, sometimes you'll be doing designs and you want to pause for a while. You can save it as project. When you save it as project, it will automatically reflect in this place. Sorry, it will automatically reflect here. This box here, that my project there. Those projects you saved here will automatically go there. You understand? So there are some designs you might have not finished, you want to just quickly save it. Even though sometimes PixelLab do auto save, but it's advisable for you to save it in my project in case it's an unfinished design. That is all about for save as project. Now, if I click open my own save as project now, that is if I open this, you find out that there are list of projects there. Look at, these are unfinished projects or the projects I'm still working on. You understand? So that is just it about my project. I used to save projects that you still want to further edit. So the second one here, that has this one, is to save as image. Now this is to save permanently to your device. Now you finish the design, you want to save it. This is where you click on save as image. Immediately click on save as image. This pops up. Now our main emphasis is this too. Now make sure that if it's an image, a full image with background, make sure that it is a JPG. Make sure that it's at this. Sorry. Make sure that it's at this. Understand? Now if it is, you want to remove the background of the picture, which is most times not necessary. Most times, if you are doing something like a logo, or you are doing designs that you want to still further edit in another app entirely, like Photopea and stuff like that, you can save it as PNG. You just click here, click on this little icon here, and save it. You see PNG shows up. This shows up. So you can just click on it and it will automatically move the background. Understand? Then now these dimensions is used to save the quality. Look at it already stated there's quality. So when I click here, I'll see a list of this thing. Now, if you finish your design, it's advisable to save it as ultra. Ultra is the highest. Ultra is the highest for very high quality image. Yes, ultra. So now that's just it. When you're done, you click on your save to gallery. Save to gallery. Save to gallery. So that's just it. About saving the picture. So now some of you are asking why I started with saving pictures, because I wanted to, because that's one of the major panels in this, and I want you to understand this, because these are one of the most important things in graphic, most important things when using PixelLab. So now we have our share button. I won't do much with this. So this is your share button. Now, share button is used to share your designs. So to still take you automatically to that same place. So those two buttons are almost likely the same. Use your motivational quotes. You want to add some motivational quotes to your designs. Make use of that icon, the fourth icon you're seeing here. That's this one. This one. Make use of that one. Now, that's just it now. Then look at this one now. This is the 3 dots. Call it menu. So it comprises of a list of things, items. Let's see it. Let's see it quickly. So when you click on it, you see use image from gallery. It's still the same thing. Bring in this one. It's still the same thing with the first one you used there. Full screen is to increase the screen of your phone. That's the first one. Use image from camera is still the same thing. It's all that you will. The third one, which is use image from camera, is still the same thing, but just that you will use images. You take the image directly from your phone and use it. You understand? Export image is still the same thing with this. See, it still takes you automatically to that save button. So they're almost the same thing here. So this panel is not really. I hardly go to this panel to when using it. So image size, all those ones, this one size is down here. Then the place now, let's look at open PLP file. Open PLP file. This open PLP file is to open your project. Bring in. If you see now, when I click on it now, let me click on it now. I bring in unfinished work from my project list. I can bring in any of this work now. Now this is a work I worked on like 2 months ago, so some months back, and I can bring it in now, bring it into the design. So this tool self is very, very important when you're designing. Now let's move. Now we're going down to the down panel, which is this. I'll go here now. Let's see now. So now this is a text tool. The text edit tool. Is this for editing text only? The one that's on the second on the square now is this for editing text only. Please take note of this. So this, let me do the second one now. This one now is this for editing shapes and pictures. Yes, so in case you bring in a shape and picture, you don't use the text one to edit it. You use the shape and the image. This is for editing shapes and images to like transform it and use it for your designs. That's what that icon is for. Now this one is used for editing your background editing tool, and the same goes for this one. Yes, they're both used for editing backgrounds. Now let's quickly go into the text tool now. Immediately click on the text tool, you see two icons. These are the icons: text and quote. Yes, but I'm not going to be discussing on this quote for now. I'm going to go into the text because that's our main emphasis. One of our main emphasis. Text is used for adding text. Now let's delete this now. To delete this, remember this is about the delete button. Okay, I didn't show you all those buttons. Okay, I'll show you what these buttons are later, probably close to the end of the videos. These ones I'll show you close to the end of the videos. But now this is the delete button. If you want to delete anything, you can also delete it from down there. But let's continue. So text, when you click on text, let me go back a bit. When you click on text, it brings in this. You are seeing this now. I've started already, so it's rotated. Bring in this now. Once you click on text, it brings in. You see that the panel has changed. This has changed, and a lot of tools now are available now for you to be able to work on the design. So if I click on style here, style is used to style your design. Style your font. Yes, because this is the font panel, text panel. So it's used to style your font, like add styles to your font. Let's quickly open it. Let's quickly open on style. Open style. Open style. You see browse and save. Click on browse. Default my styles. Now if I click on any of this style now, it will automatically, you see it reflects on my font. Let me increase this font a bit. Reflects on my font. Let me use another style. So yes, it reflects on my font. Are you seeing it now? Automatically. That's just it about styles. Click on the text. So this is it. So we have the edit tool. The edit tool. So the edit tool is used for editing the text. The edit is for so we're back. So the edit tool is used for editing the text. Now. I don't think I need to open it. You want to change the text, what the write up of the text. I want to change it to impact now. That's just it now. See, that's changed. So for editing the text, we have our delete tool. I want to make emphasis on this. It's used to delete the text. You want to delete the text, use your delete tool. We have our crop tool. With this copy tool, it's our copy tool. Our copy icon is used to copy the text. Another was Ctrl+C or duplicate the text. See it now, it's double. So let's delete it. So we have our to front and to back. Now these tools work hand in hand. So these tools work hand in hand. Yes. Now imagine now there's a picture now in this background. Let me bring in my picture from gallery. bring in the background. Let me bring in this background now. And I bring it into this picture and adjust it. And adjust this picture now. So now imagine there's something like this. It's covering my text now. And I want to bring it forward. I want to bring it forward. Remember, you must select on your text. I want to bring it forward. What I just use now is that I go to front to back. When I click on to front, it comes. When I click on to back, it goes back. As simple as that. Now, to bring in the desired item or the desired font to the front. Yes, instead of you deleting this now or deleting the images now to master bringing the front, you can just quickly just use your to front, select the text and bring it to the front. And that's just it now. So the two back goes the same way. You want to bring the icon to the back because it works the same way too. So we have our position. So our position is simply for moving our images, to a desired position. You can open it. You see that this is too. So let me delete this background. Moving our font desired position. Just click on this icon for you to be able to edit your text. If you click on this icon, you cannot be able to edit your text. See, when I click on the A icon, I can be able to edit my text. So I don't be confused. So our position is used for moving the image or the item to any position you desire it to be. So this move minus and plus is for adjusting. Is to either reduce the speed or to increase the speed. I wish you adjust the font. You understand? These are your moving buttons: side, left, side, right. You have our side up. We have our side up. We have our side down. And that's just it. So you just move it. We have our relative position too. This is totally different from our position too. Why? Because this is used to move the selected text in a relative way. Let me explain now. When I click on the relative position too, you see about 6 icons there. 6 icons here. 6 icons. So these 6 icons, I can use it to move this shape, move the text in alignment. I click on this now, the text will move to the center. I click on this, it moves to that place. I click on this, it moves the text relatively. Click on this, moves up. I click on this, it moves it, and I click on this now. Like this is to, if you know, if you remember mathematics, we have remember, you have horizontal and vertical. So this has to do with the vertical aspect, the up buttons. As I say, the straight line in the middle. The straight line in the middle and the straight line side, then the arrow facing it. Then this has to do with the horizontal. As the line you see the slant. Yes. So anytime I click on this, I'm moving this vertically. When I click on this, I'm moving this horizontally. What am I saying? Okay, I think it's vice versa. So please don't be confused. So when I click on this and I click on this, you find that this text immediately goes to the middle. So this one should be horizontally. This one should be vertically. Sorry for the error. So let's go back. So we have our text size. This is to adjust our size. Then we have our padding. Now, this padding tool is not irrelevant. This padding tool is used to. There are some text you'll be making use of in your designs. They will partly show, like when you bring in the text, it will not show complete. What do I mean? Let me open the padding tool now. There's some text you open, it will be like this. The eye is not there. So you use the padding to adjust the text so it can be more visible. And anytime you're working with the design, try to make sure that the left padding is the same as the right padding so that it can be equally aligned with the text. Because when you are designing, one major thing you must take note is alignment. Alignment is very, very important. So this padding can truncate the alignment if not used very well. Because people can just come and adjust this thing anyhow. Just adjust it anyhow, adjust the plus, just add it anyhow they like, and adjust this one, then you know, to spoil the design. So you must be very, very meticulous when you're using your padding tool. It must be used mostly when the text is partly covered, partly cut. Just adjust it out, then make sure that the same adjustment is made in the other side, and put edges and it. Now the main next thing now is the color palette. Color palette now. Color icon is used to add color to your text. I don't think I need to really further on this. Immediately click on your color palette. You'll see that there are two major icons there. There are two major things you are seeing there. This is the gradient, this is the color, and this is the gradient. Next thing is now color and gradient. Now the color is to add only one color. Why the gradient is to add more than one color. You understand? More than one, or more than, you can add 2 colors or 3 colors, blending the colors the way you desire it. Now this selection here. Now if you scroll down a bit on that color panel, you see something like selection. You see something like selection. So that selection now is to select a particular text or a particular letter and edit it and add the color to it. Now, so if I select only packed, if I just adjust it only packed automatically changes color there. I change it to yellow. See now, it's only packed I selected. I change it to any color I want. So it's for selecting a desired text in the letter. It's for selecting a desired letter in the text. It's for selecting a desired letter in the text. That's why they call it selection. I want to add any color to the text. So we have our texture. Now the texture is used to add backgrounds to the text. That sometimes that Google produces some beautiful background. That sometimes you'll be designing and you want to get a background to add to the text, a texture. Something like a golden texture, a purple texture, or something like that. You just want to add to the design. This is where you go to. This is where you go to your texture to. Texture to helps you to add design. Let's see now. When I click on texture, this is the first thing I see. I click here. I click on this place. I click there. See, I can add any image to that text now. Watch. I bring in this. So I want to add this brick to it now. See, I want to add this brick thing to it. So I click on it. See, that's added brick to the text. Just for an example. Now I will use these tools here to adjust it the way I want. And look at this text, it's looking somehow block. Okay, so that's how it is. You want to add more, like you want to add life or reality. I want to add life to your text. You can make use of this. So now if you look at this now, it's looking like a block. Something that is engrafted on the wall or something like that. So that's just it about text. It's just to add life to your text. I say life to it because it's beyond just adding color or life. So that's just it. Let's go back to the normal text. So now we're back. So we have our opacity tool. I don't think I really need to emphasize on this. It's just to reduce and increase the visibility of the text. When I click on opacity, I can reduce the visibility of my text. It can become less visible. So that we have our rotate button used to rotate the text. I'm not going to open this to rotate the text. We have our mask. Our mask tool is used to cut out or mask out the undesired places in the design. Yes, so if I click on mask, when I click it on, I can mask out this. If I don't want this impact, I can mask it out. This is a subject on its own, but I will not dwell there. So just know that it is just used to. In my next videos, I'll be explaining how to use the mask tool to make stunning designs. Yes, so but let's continue. You can use the mask to your benefit. Sorry, so that's just it now. So let's continue. So let's go back. Now our font now is to add fonts. Fonts. You want to change your fonts here. You can come to the font. When you open the font, you see 3 panel. You have fonts. Sorry. You have font. You have my font, and you have recent. Now, font. This one now is for adding fonts these are default fonts that came from the system, that came from the app. They came from the app. These fonts are the ones that came with the app directly. Now my fonts is where you add your own fonts that you downloaded. These are the fonts that you downloaded yourself and added into the design. So my next videos, I'll show you how to add fonts to designs, because here now, you find out that there are different fonts. I have about 3,000, 4,000 fonts in my own fonts. So that's just it. So once about fonts, that fonts gives you another perception and that style to your designs. For instance, it's not really always good to use only one font in every design. So it changes the approach, it changes the way your designs look, gives your design stance and beauty, stuff like that. So that's just it. So let's continue. Let's move on. The recent is to, maybe you want to reflect back on the font you used before. You want to use that font again, you can come to recent and look for the font, especially when you don't remember the font's name. So you want to really quickly recap back. Let's go on. So we have the curve. The curve is to curve your font. I don't really think I need to dwell much on this. It's to curve your font. So you want to curve it. You make use of a curve. If you have a background, our background is to add backgrounds to the text. Add backgrounds to the text. That's just it. We have our line. You can on your own phone, you can be exploring these things. Because of the importance of all that things we need to do with this video, we need to move faster. So our line is for aligning your text. You have a spacing. Align. I'll be showing you how to use these things in our videos. But because of the time, what the most important, the video, I don't want to elapse the time, so I'm trying to summarize everything. So what I'll be showing you, gradual process, I'll be showing you how to use this icon. So align, so aligning the text. If you click on align, if you open this align button, you see 3 buttons here. But it won't work now because the text is not a complex text, it's not a long text, it's just a word. It's a full text, like celebrating a father or a mentor. I wrote a full text. I use this align button to adjust it very well. So my videos, I'll be showing you how to use it. Then we have our spacing. Spacing is to add space into your text. Proceed. See it now. Can increase the spacing and reduce the spacing of my text. Then we have our line spacing. So this has to do with text that are arranged vertically. When the text is arranged vertically downwards, you can go to space to the text. These icons are mostly used when you're writing a complex thing. So that's writing something like a birthday note or recommendation or conclusion. So all these long stuffs, you make use of this icon. These icons come in very handy. Align spacing and line spacing. So we have our stroke tool. Our stroke tool is for adding stroke, also called outline. Yes, when I click it on it, automatically add stroke to this design. So this is for increasing my stroke. Remember I told this is color and gradient. So I want to choose a gradient of this code, and you see now it's changed already. So let's make use of this gradient for design. So let's continue. So we have our stroke width. We're increasing the stroke width of the design. Let me increase this to about 35. Let's increase to about 20. Let's increase to about 20. So that's just it started. So we have our shadow. I also call it outer shadow. To add outer shadow to the design. So this outer shadow, click on it. When I click on it, it's already on already. But want to make use of the color so I can see it. Now you will not see it clearly here. Okay, now you see it now. So I increase the below videos. It increases more further. So the opacity is reduced opacity, the visibility of the shadow, below videos, and so on and so forth. So the offset x, offset y is to move it. The offset x is horizontally. See, anything is popping out at the east side of the y. Offset y is vertically. See, that's coming downwards and upwards. So that's just it. Let's turn this off. So we have our inner shadow. This is to add shadow. Add an inner shadow to the design. So that's it. So inner shadow adds. Let's turn it on. See it now. It has added a white shadow inside this text. So I can edit it to black, I can edit it to red, I can edit it to pink and stuff like that. That's just it. So our blur radius is still the same, works the same thing. Yes. If I reduce the blur radius, it reduces. If I bring it outside, it almost totally covers the text. So that's just it. Then we have our offset x, offset y. Offset x is for horizontal, offset y is for vertical. So that's just it. These are very, very important tools when you are designing. We have our emboss tool. I won't be going much into this. Yes, in my designs I'll be talking about. We have our perspective. Now, perspective tool is for adding perspective to your designs. See, when I turn it on, I can adjust it to the perspective of my design anywhere I want it. So we have our 3D rotate tool. 3D rotate, so rotate your text 3D. So now I can rotate it 3D the way I want. Let's go back. Then we have our, now you saw what I did now. I rotated and instead of me to just go back here, I can just come here and turn this icon, that one, that circle icon is to redo whatever you have done. So if I increase this on and maybe you have made a mistake, click on this circle button and it returns back immediately to the original. So we have our 3D text. Our 3D text is add 3D to our font, to add a 3D perspective to our design, our text. So if you look at 3D, we have the perspective and the oblique. Now these two are different. Perspective is for adding your depth. It adds the depth as if it's going add the depth inwardly. I do this now. Let me go back to the video so I can see what I'm doing now. You rotate this thing inwardly. Look at it. It's going as if it's going inward. But in your oblique, which is this one, it increases the depth outwardly. Let's switch to oblique. You see now, it's out. But the perspective is more inside. Then the impact is in public is more outside. I just say so. Your depth is to increase the depth. See what I'm doing? To increase the depth. While your color, your normal color, then auto color is to add the same color that was used in the text or in the stroke. Most times it uses the same color that was used in the stroke. So the reason why the color of this 3D is yellow or somehow golden is because it's the same color that was used in the stroke, and because the darken is much. If I increase the darken now, you see that there's no much. If I reduce the darken, which is this, you see that there's no much difference. There's no much difference between this darken and the stroke color. So that's just it. So the auto is to automatically add the color. Now anytime you're designing, you must make sure you turn off simulate lightning, which it is because it somehow scatters your design. Turn it, make sure it's turned off. So I've turned mine off now. That's just it. It spoils most times. It spoils your design, especially when your phone is from Android version 10, 11, 12. Things like that can happen sometimes. So people have complained. I'm giving you a secret. Anytime you're adding a 3D text to your design, make sure you turn off simulate lightning, which is this. Make sure it's turned off. Make sure this is turned off. So that's just it. Now let's move to our 3D shadows. So add the 3D shadows to design. Don't do very much on this. 3D shadows to design and your reflection. Start the reflection. Reflect the design downwards or the way you want it. When I click on reflection, you see now vertical offset. That's just it. Now let's quickly move. So I'm going to be deleting this text. Let's quickly move into images now. Remember, I told you if you want to get an image, you need to go to this plus button. This plus button to get an image. An image I'm making of. So from gallery, make an image. Okay, so let me make use of one. Come on, give me some. Which is absolute orange. Don't make some orange. Use of your view, design. Okay, so let's use Snapseed. So let's make use of this design. Let's make use of this design. So this is my design. So let's make use of this. I want to make use of this design now for the shape. Now once I bring in an image into the text, I go into this button now. This button is used for editing any image in the design. This is the middle button. So this is for designing image design. So the first button is this we select. Now we select is to change the design. Maybe you brought in this picture and you don't want to use this picture. You can quickly go to the select button, which is this, and change it. It automatically changes the picture for you. Automatically changes the picture for you. Sorry. This automatically changes the picture for you. Then the next picture is the delete tool. The delete tool, as you all know, is just to delete images. So if I click on delete, the picture delete, go back. Now we have our crop tool. Crop tool. We have our it's used to crop the image. So I don't really need to dwell on crop. So I can crop it to what I like. So these are the tools you can make use of, or you can just use your hand to just crop it. Use my hand to crop it now. Yeah, I want it to crop. You see, so I'm not cropping this image. So copy is to duplicate, to front and to back. I've explained this before. In case you want to bring, that's this one. In case you want to bring the image you're making use of, want to bring it front or want to bring it back, you can make use of this. Our position tool works the same way, moving the images. Our relative position tool, which is this one, is used for moving the picture in a relative way, like moving the picture in alignment. So when I click on relative position tool, I can move the pictures to desired positions the way I want it to be, not necessarily using this hand button tool. Especially this relative position tool mostly is when you want to centralize your images, you want to centralize the text you are making use of. So it is so it will be in alignment. So when we are designing a flyer, I want to centralize everything. Make use of this relative position tool. We have our relative size. It's to increase the size of the text. It still works as the same way as text size. It's text size. So we have our color, the same thing. To add color, we have our texture, which is this one. To add texture, we have our opacity, which is to reduce the opacity, the visibility of this flyer, or to increase it. We have our color filter. Now let's focus on this one now, because it's not in the text panel. I didn't explain it in the text panel, so let's focus on it. That's this one now. Now the color filter is this one, adjusting the color of the design. Yes, you can adjust the color of your pictures or the color of the design you want to do, or the color of anything you're bringing to the app with your PixelLab here. So necessarily, most times I make use of these ones, but sometimes there's some it's more I need to go to other apps to make use of apps like Snapseed and stuff like that to edit the image before I bring it in. But this one is also you go to place to edit yourself. So if I increase the hue, see the color is changing. I see it now. I want to edit the color of my designs. Can make this. I think this color really makes sense. Wow, it's beautiful. So saturation is to reduce the color, to desaturate the picture, almost turn it to black and white. See it now. We have our brightness to increase the brightness of the picture, and our contrast to also increase. So that's the way to place it now. So you can choose to edit the picture the way you want it in your color filters. It's just you use it to tamper with the colors, to touch the colors. We have our stroke. This works the same way too. Add stroke. We have our eraser. Now this is a new tool. This eraser tool now is used to clean off any desired, the part that's not really desired in your design. So as you are going, I'll to show you how to make use of this eraser tool properly. So you see, if I don't want to face, so I'm going to face now. So that is just it now. So I just quickly go back to we erase any part that's not really necessary in the design. We have our marks too. I've talked on this one already. So that would be explaining it in our further videos. We have our erase color too. Erase color it works close to eraser, but this one is more like a sensitive one. That means it's more like if it's a car, eraser is like manual, then erase color is more like automatic, something like that. So you can use this now to select a particular color that you want to remove in that way. Look at now. I click on black. Watch. See, please pick it. I click on black. You see, it has immediately prepared. You see the difference now. See the difference now. Imagine I increase it now. Then I click on green. So let's go ahead now. Watch. I see it now. So that's just it. So it picks out the color, because it's erase color. Picks out the color and deletes it. Yes. So we have our rotate button. This to rotate the picture the way you want it. We have our 3D rotate button. 3D rotate button still works the same, but this way rotate it in a 3D. See, give the 3D perspective. Seeing it now. I just say, you have a perspective too. It works the same way too. Perspective is used to add perspective to your designs. But warning, please don't ever use perspective for images. You can use perspective for shapes. When it comes to images, please don't use perspective. It spoils the picture. Most times, just use your normal sizing, which is this one, relative size, to size your picture. Don't ever use perspective to size your image. It's an error. It's an error. So now the next one is your shadow. Told is to add outer shadow to your flyer picture. Then next one is your inner shadow. Is to add inner shadow to your picture. Then you have an emboss. I don't want to make it, but let's see now. Click on emboss now. But you mostly make use of this emboss doing your text. So that's just it. Now let's go to the background panel. Hope I'm not boring you. Please, if you have watched the video to this point, I'd love you to make sure that you subscribe to our channel. You can pause the video and watch it again if you feel that you can't comprehend everything at once. Understand? Because it's just like I'm giving you a full loaded course in one day. So I want you to just bear with me. I wanted to divide the video, but I think it's more advisable you do it like this so that you can download it once and for all. So, because most times when you watch the part 1, you feel that you have known everything. So this helps to bring perspective. So now let's click on this panel now. So this fourth panel now is just to add background to your image. Let's click on it. Now I'm done with this picture. I need to delete this picture. So I click on the picture. Sorry. I click on the picture and I delete it. Picture is already clicked on. So I'm back to blank. So this color here now is to add color to your design. Color to your design. To your background, sorry. Color to add the color to your background. Now let's click on it. You see it automatically change the color of the background. You see it now. So if you want to edit your background, it's very good. Then this is to make your background transparent. Let's go back. Now we have our image size. So adjust now. If you are working with if you are going to do flyers, you must understand image size. The same image size you use for a YouTube channel flyer, not the same image size for a Facebook flyer. The same image size used for printing a banner is not the same image size used for printing a small card or a gift card, stuff like that. So you must know how to adjust your image size. So when you click on image size, you see their width and height. You must go to Google, get the exact width and size. But this normal one is click on custom. You see profile picture, YouTube channel banner, YouTube thumbnail, Facebook, go back to Twitter head size, header size, and stuff like that. Now these are automatic sizes already in the app, but you must go further to go online and get other sizes of this. The same like this is a normal size now, and this size can be posted on Facebook, you can post it on YouTube, but it might not necessarily go on Twitter. You understand? It's a Twitter header size. So you must go there, get the pixel, and remember, in PixelLab, it's measured. Your measurement is in pixels, not in inches. So you must make sure you get those image sizes in inches. In pixels. That's why it's called PixelLab. So it's measured in pixels. And pixel is the smallest measurement. So you get the size in pixel. You get the sizes in pixel, and you put the code in this. That's just it. So image, same thing. All these icons still work with from gallery, but let's see. This one is a customized image already here. See now, customized image already. So you don't really need to stress yourself again. Just go here and get the image. But the customized one is the one that came with the system. So we have from gallery and from camera, all this work the same way. And the same thing goes for this one. But I want to round up the video now because it's almost 1 hour. It's almost 1 hour. It's been planned for 1 hour video. So this is it. But nevertheless, it's something. This is it. And now let's go back to our top icon. Remember, I didn't really talk about all the icons in the top. This icon here, summarize video. This icon here is for going back, like to undo whatever you have done. So if I want to undo this now, see, it goes back to that I have put back that picture. Understand? But PixelLab has not made it possible for it to redo. That's the other icon that goes faces the other side. But this one is for undoing. We have our zoom. This is our zoom. This is our zoom button. Zoom button. So this to zoom in your picture, zoom in and zoom out. In your picture, that sometimes you're working on design and you want to zoom in. Let me quickly undo and bring back this. So when I click on zoom in, I can zoom in my picture, zoom out this one. Now, if you click on this side, now, because sometimes when you zoom in now, you'll be wondering how can you now start editing the picture. You want to keep the pictures, you want to keep this place standing, like you want to lock this place, just click on this side. Click on this side of this zoom button. Don't click this other side, don't click on the 216%. Click on the zoom button now. But if you want to go back, zoom out quickly, start pinching out again. Just click on this other one. Click on this other one now. I see what I'm doing. Those two buttons are different. When you have zoomed in already, they become different. So let's do that. So let's zoom out. So now, sorry. Let's just click on it. See it. It goes back in a minute. Let me do it. And I click on this. I click on this. And I click on this, it goes back immediately. Yes, that's it about zoom. So we have our grid line. This is the grid line. And the grid line is for adding grids. You add grids like if you use Courage, or if you know, see, or maybe probably used any of those grid line, Courage or Photoshop or something, you will see that the grid line there is used to align your properties in your design. But I'll not be going. Let's click on it. I'm not going to it now. In my videos, I'll be showing you how to use it. So, but this is just like aligning it so that you don't make mistakes. Especially use both in alignment. You want to bring your image, your text, everything to alignment. You want it to be at the same way, which is very, very important. Make use of the grid line. And our final button before we close this video. Our final button is the layer panel button. The layer panel button, is more like where you can edit everything added to this image, everything added to your design. It shows a blueprint of everything added in your design, your image, your text, everything. So it's like a blueprint. Understand? Now let me bring in a project now. Let me show you. Let me bring in a project. Let me bring in this project now. Now, this is a birthday flyer I did for someone. Now, if I click on the see, these are the things I use in this birthday. It's like a rundown of everything used in this design. And if I turn it off, and in that layer panel, if you notice, you see some icons here. You see these icons here. These icons have able to play. I see these icons here. See this icon here. Now these two icons are able to. Now this first one that looks like padlock is to lock the design. When I lock up it, I cannot be able to move it in the flyer. I get it. So most times when you design finish, it's advisable you lock it. You lock it so that it does not, you don't shift it, especially when you suffer to arrange it and put it in order. You lock it immediately. Then the second one now is to edit. Now when you click on this second button now, the second one that looks like a book and pen, you'll find out that you see this, almost the same layers that you've seen in your down layer panel in the PixelLab. In the PixelLab app, it's something that shows you edit, you copy, text size, your rotate, your relative position, your color, your to front and your to back. So all those things now you see there. So that's ready. Then the eye button. The eye button is to off. Listen, now you look at this now. Let me off wheel. Let me off this one now. Let me off this one now. Let me off it. See, something has happened to the wheel. Let me off this one. Just the second wheel. See it now. So if I want to off the eye, since I can make use of this. You see now, I've off the lady. She's no longer there again. I've seen it. Digest it. So that's where you can edit your listen. Then that's all for PixelLab. So thank you for watching to this point. I know you learned something, and I know you understood some certain things. So my videos as I'm contributing, I'll keep on explaining how to use the quick line, how to use the max tool, how to use the erase color tool, and stuff like that, so that I can make to gain mastery. If I explain everything here, this video will be up to 2 hours. You understand? So as we keep on going, I'll be explaining it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for engaging. I love you all. Please make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, let them know that there's a person that is teaching a full course on PixelLab on YouTube. It's not a free video. It's not like a premium video. So it's years of investment. It's times, months, weeks, and days of investment to produce this. Remember to share it with your friends. Thank you very much for being here. Love you guys.